Hello everyone. This video contains the solutions of Nssb CRSE, both for paper 1 and 2. So let's start with the first question. So we'll first solve paper 1. So the first question is, an example of resource conserving technology is. So these are the given options. So resource conserving technology means we're trying to conserve the resource with the help of technology. Okay, so to increase the productivity of natural resources, we will use some technology. So that is known as resource conserving technology. And then this resource conserving technology, it is considered as a key concept for sustainable agriculture. And then these are some of the examples of resource conserving technology. That is precision farming, no-till system, furrow irrigated raised bed, crop residue management, crop diversification, use of GPS and GIS system, contour farming and strip cropping, rainwater harvesting, system of rice intensification, and then integrated farming system. So these are the examples of resource conserving technology. So from the examples, the correct option for question number 1 will be option number C. So this will be the answer. Option C will be the answer, that is zero tillage. Question number 2, choose from the following option the synonym of the given word. So the given word is reticence, and then the synonym for reticence is reserve. Okay, alacrity means quick and cheerful readiness to do something, and then the synonym for alacrity is willingness. Hubris means excessive pride or self-confidence. Okay, and then the synonym for hubris will be arrogance. So you can go through the sentence that is given here. Question number 3, in which of the following years was the circuit bench of the Guwahati High Court at Kohima inaugurated? So it was inaugurated in the year 1972 on 1st December. Question number 4, what is acidification and nitrate leaching? So it is a process of chemical seepage into the soil. Question number 5, determine the local time of India when the time of Greenwich is 12 noon. So this Greenwich mean time, okay, that's GMT. This is the mean solar time at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, London, and then it is measured at midnight. And then GMT is synonymously used with UTC, okay, that is Universal Time Coordinate. So sometimes they will give you GMT or UTC, so it means the same. Okay, now Indian Standard Time, IST, and then IDL, that is International Date Line. So this Indian Standard Time, okay, so this is ahead of GMT by 5 hours, means IST is ahead of GMT by 5 hours. So if it is 12 noon, okay, in GMT, then in IST it will be 5:30 p.m. because it is ahead by 5:30 hours. Okay, question number 6, who wrote Amar Sonar Bangla to inspire the liberation struggle? So we know that Rabindranath Tagore, he wrote the national anthem both for India and Bangladesh. Okay, that is for India it is Jana Gana Mana, and then for this Amar Sonar Bangla it is for Bangladesh. So for Rabindranath Tagore, okay, you have to know some points from exam perspective, that he was the first Asian and then the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in the year 1930. Okay, and then he won the Nobel Prize for his collection of poems called as Gitanjali. So this is important. And then in the year 1915, he also was awarded knighthood, but again in the year 1919, he renounced his knighthood. So these are some of the years that is important. And then he was also called as Gurudev, Kabi Guru, Biswa Kabi. Okay. And then his songs are popularly known as Rabindra Sangeet. So as we have already discussed, that he wrote the national anthem for India as well as for Bangladesh. Okay, Jana Gana Mana, and then the Amar Sonar Bangla. Vande Mataram was written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. So you have to know, you can go through the points mentioned here. Next question, a group of helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and then radon belongs to, so this belongs to noble gases. Okay, so noble gases are also called as rare gases, inert gases, and then erogens. Okay, and then this term noble gases was given by Hugo Erdmann. So these are some of the properties of noble gas, so you can go through the points. And then this regarding the halogens also, you can go through the points. Halogens, they are non-metals, okay? And then at room temperature, fluorine and chlorine, they act as gases. And then bromine, it acts as a liquid. And then iodine and then acetylene, they act as solid. So these halogens are very reactive, and then they do not exist in elemental form in nature, but you can find them in the environment in the form of ions or compounds, okay, because of the high reactivity. Now this halogen, it was derived from the Greek, okay, word, and then it is known as salt forming. So these are some of the physical properties of halogen. You can go through these points, and then some uses of halogens, you can go through these points. Question number 8, which part of the brain is responsible for different functions such as movement, touch, vision, hearing, and thought? So the appropriate answer for this will be cortex, okay? If in the option there was cerebrum, okay, then your answer should be cerebrum. But here, since cerebrum is not given, so we will go with the option C, that is cortex. So this image here, this is the parts of brain, okay? And then cerebellum, okay? Cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain, and then it accounts only for 10% of your brain's total size, okay? So this cerebellum, it coordinates voluntary movements such as posture, balance, coordination, and speech. And cerebrum, it is the largest part of the human brain, and then it has 4 sections, okay? That is frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and temporal lobe. So the functions are given here. You can go through these points. The exterior portion of the cerebrum is called the cortex or the cerebral mantle. So that's why we chose the option cortex, okay, in the above question. Now cerebrum is responsible for thinking, intelligence, consciousness, and memory. It is also responsible for interpreting touch, hearing, and vision. And then here you also have to know that the brain consists of 2 types of tissue. So that is the gray matter and the white matter, okay? So in the exam, they might ask like, how many types of tissues does the brain consist of? Then your answer should be 2. That is gray matter and white matter. So you can go through this hypothalamus and thalamus also. These 2 points are also very important. Question number 9. The British political officer killed in Connemara War in 1879 was, so it was demand. Which of these characteristics will disqualify an individual from contesting an election? So if the person has unsound mind, then he or she will be disqualified from contesting in an election, okay? Now, as per the power rule established in the late 1700s in Bengal, which of this is not true? So option number 3 is not true, okay? That is this point, so your answer will be C here. So you can go through these points, that is power rule in the late 1700s in Bengal, okay? The PDF version is also there. If you would like to purchase the PDF, okay, you can click in the link in the bio and then purchase the PDF at a nominal cost of ₹50. Question number 12, whose removal is initiated by the process of impeachment for violation of the Constitution? So that is the president, okay? Now this regarding the Indian president, you have to know some certain points, okay? So the Indian president, he is the head of the state, okay? And then he is considered as the first citizen of India. In the question, okay, if they ask who is the first citizen of India, then your answer should be the president, okay? And then this president, he is a symbol of solidarity, unity, and integrity. Now he is the part of the Union Executive along with the Vice President, Prime Minister, Council of Ministers, and Attorney General of India. While the president is the head of state, okay, the prime minister is the head of government. So you have to differentiate between these two. And Article 52 to 62, it deals with the president of India. So you can go through the articles, okay, because it's important from exam perspective. Now regarding the president election process in India, okay, the election of the president of India is held using the system of proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote and voting by secret ballot, okay. So this statement is important. Now, and then it is managed by the Election Commission of India. Now, regarding the election of the president, okay, he is not directly elected by the people, okay, but by an electoral college. And then the electoral college consists of the elected representative of both houses, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, the elected members of the State Legislative Assembly, the elected members of the Legislative Assembly of the Union Territory of Delhi, Puducherry, and Jammu and Kashmir. Remember that the nominated members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and state assemblies, they are not eligible to vote in the election for the president. Okay, only the elected members are eligible to vote. The nominated members are not eligible to vote during the election of president of India. So this you have to know. And regarding the qualification, he or she should be a citizen of India. He or she should be completed the age of 35 years, and then he or she should be qualified to be elected as a member of the Lok Sabha. And then he or she should not hold any office of profit under the union government or state government. Okay, however, the office of the president, the vice president, the governor or the ministers of union or state is not considered as an office of profit. So you can go through these points. Regarding the oath and affirmations by the president of India, okay, every elected president or the person that is acting as president of India, he or she must take an oath before entering upon his or her office in the presence of the Chief Justice of India. Okay, so this is important. And regarding the term of office, the president's term of office is 5 years. Okay, and then the president is eligible for re-election for any number of times. And then the president, if he or she wants to resign, okay, from the office, then he or she must represent the resignation letter to the vice president. And then the only condition for the initiation of the impeachment of the Indian president is the violation of the constitution. So here are the list of the presidents. Okay, so at least you have to know the first 4 and then our current president of India. And then Pratibha Patil, she was the first woman president of India, and Draupadi Murmu, she is the first tribal president of India. Okay, so this few names you have to know. Question number 13. All states have a uniform 3-tier Panchayati Raj structure. Which among the following doesn't belong to the Panchayati Raj structure? So we know that Nagar Palika is not a part of the Panchayati Raj structure. Now, this 3-tier panchayat system was inaugurated in June 1973. Okay, and then it consists of Gram Panchayat, Mandal, Zilla Panchayat. So Mandal is also known as block or taluka. Currently, the Panchayati Raj system exists in all states except Nagaland, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and in Delhi. Okay, so in these states there is no Panchayati Raj system. And then this act is important. The 73rd Amendment Act of 1992, it gave the constitutional status to the Panchayati Raj institution. And this 11th schedule of the Indian Constitution deals with the power, authority, and responsibilities of panchayats. Okay, and then the first time the Panchayati Raj system was implemented was on which state? Then your answer will be in Rajasthan. In which district? It will be Nagaur. And in which year? It was in 1959, 2nd October. Okay, so this is important. And then some of the important committees that was related to the development of Panchayati Raj is these 3 committees, so you can go through. And the National Panchayati Raj Day is celebrated on April 24th. Question number 14. We would rather to go on Monday. So the correct sentence will be we would rather go. So option number C. Question number 15. Okay, so we have to find if there is any error or no error. So here option 3, that is here option number 2. Okay, that is to receive calls. Okay, this is not correct. This sentence is not correct. That's why your answer will be 2. So that is 2. You have to be careful. Okay, you shouldn't mark option number B because it's 2. You have to see which option has option number 2. So that is D. So your correct answer should be D. Question number 16. Which of these countries lies partly in Asian and partly in European continents? So the answer is Turkey. If you see this map here, this is Asia, this is Europe, and then this Turkey lies in between, right? Partly in Europe and partly in Asia. Question number 17. We have to arrange, okay, the words so that it makes a proper sentence. So you can do this one by yourself. Question number 18. In which of the following year did the British invaded the Naga region for the first time? So the British came in contact with the Nagas for the first time in the year 1832. Question number 19. Which of the following is arranged as per the timeline of major periods in early Indian archaeology? So we know after Paleolithic, it's Mesolithic, Neolithic, Harappan civilization. So option number B. So you can go here. You can see here this one. The map is given. You can go through. Question number 20. India is part of which of the regional and global economic groupings? So India is part of G20. So you can go through the point that is mentioned here. You can go through these points. You can go through these points. Question number 21. Which of the following is not connected at all with the purpose of Mahatma Gandhi's Dandi March? So to boycott the foreign goods is not connected also. This Salt March, it is also known as Dandi March. It is also known as Dandi Satyagraha. Okay, and it is a non-violent protest which was led by Mahatma Gandhi. So this Satyagraha, it was launched as a result of the tax resistance campaign against the British salt monopoly. Okay, so the starting date and the ending date is important. So it started, this march started on 12th March 1930 and it ended on 5th April 1930. And then the marching was of 385 kilometers. This is also important, over a period of 24 days. Initially, it started with 80 followers and then later on it ended with 50,000 people. So this Dandi March, okay, this is the first act of the civil disobedience movement. The civil disobedience movement was a symbol of people's defiance of the government rather than rejecting the system as a whole. According to Köppen's scheme of classification of climate, humid conditions are characterized by which of the given options? So the correct option will be option number C. So you can go through the points mentioned here. Under Indian Constitution, which one of these is not identified as emergency provision? So the correct answer will be communal emergency. There is no communal emergency. Okay, so the three types of emergencies are national emergency, president rule, and then financial emergency. So national emergency is in Article 352. This is important. Okay, the articles are important, so you know that. Remember the articles. Okay. And then in India, national emergency has been invoked 3 times. Okay. Till now, financial emergency has not been invoked in India. And then president rule has been invoked so many times. So this national emergency, it is declared during war, external aggression, and armed rebellion. This president rule, it is declared during failure of constitutional machinery, and then financial emergency during financial instability. Choose from the following options. So we could, might, drive the fan. So the correct word will be we could drive. So option number 1. That is A. This should be ABC. Okay. Question number 25. What is archipelago? So archipelago is a group of islands that lie in fairly close proximity. A piece of land jutting out into the sea. Okay, this is known as headland. And then a big geographical unit which stands out distinctly from the rest of the continent is known as a subcontinent. So you can see the figure here. This is archipelago, a group of islands. And then this is a section of land jutting out into the sea. This is known as headland. Okay. And then subcontinent is a big geographical unit that stands out distinctly from the rest of the continent. The Indian subcontinent, it consists of Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. Okay, so this is important. You have to know which countries consist of the Indian subcontinent. So these are the 7 countries. And then here you can see the continents. Okay. North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. So these are the continents of the world. Question number 26. For horticulture and floriculture, which of these is not a focus area? So promote sustainable aquaculture practices. So aquaculture is a different practice again. So it is not related to horticulture or floriculture. So option number B. So that means 2. Okay, there's also A, B, C, D. So you can go through these points. Nagaland shares international border with, so Nagaland shares its international border with Myanmar. So if you see the map of Nagaland, okay, so this part is Assam, so it shares its international border with Myanmar only. And then which are the districts that share? So it's Pek, Kifi, Noklak, and Mon. They share the boundaries. In 1853, from where did British build India's railway system run its first train? So it was from Bombay to Thane. So this year is also important again, in 1853. So if you would like, you can go through these points. Choose the correctly spelled word. So scientific is a correctly spelled word. In question number 13, we have to choose the correct preposition. So a young girl came up to me and asked for money. Question number 31. Who among the following was popularly known as the Napoleon of ancient India? So it was Samudragupta. And this Napoleon of ancient India, this title was given by V.A. Smith. Okay, so just remember this name also. And then the other title that was given to Samudragupta was Kavi Raja, means king of poets, Param Bhagwa, and then Sarva Raj or Chetti, means upbuilder of all kings. So these are the other titles that was given to Samudragupta. And then Samudragupta is the son of Chandragupta. Question number 32. Which of the following is true about national income? So all the 4 points are true about national income. Okay, so there are 4 ways to calculate the income of an economy. Okay, so they are GDP, NDP, GNP, and NNP. So this statement is correct. So definition of GDP, and then NDP, GNP, and NNP you can go through. While calculating the national income, the issues related to cost and price also needs to be decided. So the other statement is also correct. Cost and price. So you can go through these points, okay? The context of which of the 4 Vedas is connected with knowledge of the melody? So knowledge of melodies is Samaveda. Veda means knowledge. So it is a Sanskrit word from the root vid, okay, which means finding, knowing, acquiring, or understanding. So there are 4 Vedas, that is Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. So you have to know the main concept, okay, and then the focus areas, and then the mantras. So in total there are 20,379 mantras, okay. So you can go through this table. This table is important. And then each Veda has been subclassified into 4 major text types or 4 portions, that is the Samhitas, the Aryankas, the Brahmanas, and then the Upanishads. So you can go through these points also. Question number 34. The president appoints all the major heads of the institution of the government, which includes, so the president appoints all this, okay, A, B, C, D, and E. So president is important topic, so you have to know about the president, the election process, the article that is related to the president, and all, okay. So go through the president topic carefully. Question number 35. Which among the following was the capital of Magda, one of the greatest of all the kingdoms? So the answer is Pataliputra, okay. But before Pataliputra, okay, Rajgriha was the former capital of Magadha, okay, and then later on it shifted to Pataliputra. In case this question has the option Rajgriha, then your option should be Rajgriha. Okay, the first capital was Rajgriha, and then it shifted to Pataliputra. And then this Magadha Empire, it was founded by King Brihadrata. Okay, so you can go through these points. Question number 36. Radiocarbon dating relies on the measurement of radioactive decay of, that is option number B, carbon 14 to nitrogen 14. So this radiocarbon dating, it is also known as carbon dating or carbon 14 dating, okay, and it is a method for determining the age of an object containing organic material by using the properties of radiocarbon, a radioactive isotope of carbon, okay. This method was developed by Willard Libby, okay, and it is mainly used to estimate the age of fossils. So carbon 14, it decays by a process called beta decay. Okay, and then during this process, an atom of carbon 14, it decays into an atom of nitrogen 14. Okay, that's why your option is option number B. So, and then during this, okay, one of the neutrons in the carbon atom, it becomes proton. We can go through all these points. Choose the correct word from the following. So some people believe in life after death. Question number 38. I didn't go to work because I wasn't feeling very well. Choose from the following words. So a person who eats human flesh, it's known as cannibal. Devotee means a person who strongly admires a particular person or extremely interested in the subject. Polyglot means a person who has a deep love for languages, okay, and is able to speak, use, and understand several of them. So there's a difference between a polyglot and a linguist person, okay. Polyglot is a person who can speak, read, or write in several languages, but a linguist is a person who has studied or is interested in the science of language, okay. So there is a difference between polyglot and linguist. And atheist means a person who lacks the belief in God. Question number 40. The study of coins, including visual elements such as scripts and images, metallurgical analysis, and the context in which they have been found, is called as numismatics, is the study of coins. Epigraphy means the study of words that are written on or cut into hard materials such as clay or stone. Archaeology means it is the scientific study of the material remains of past human life and activities, whereas history is the systematic study and documentation of the human past. Question number 41. Choose the option from the following that cannot be constructed from the letters given below. So legacy cannot be constructed. Question number 42. Which among the following is true as per the provisions of the Indian Independence Act after August 15, 1947? So Lord Mountbatten became the Governor General of India and M.A. Jinnah became the Governor General of Pakistan. So option number D. Question number 43. Complete the given sentence using the appropriate option. So there is increasing dash for cars which are more economical in fuel. So there is increasing demand. This should also be A, B, and C, D. Okay. Option number 44. Choose from the following given options the appropriate meaning of the idiom that is used. So look up now means to become better. Honesty means integrity. Fantasy means imagination. Question number 46. Choose the appropriate option. So I remember that night you were wearing that red dress. Surface mulching is an example of which among the following? So it is an example. So surface mulching, it is an example of mechanical and agronomic soil and water conservation. So option number A. So you can go through the points. So this image here, okay, so this is known as mulching. Question number 48. Which of the following Constitution Amendment Acts provided for reservation of seats for scheduled tribes of Nagaland, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Arunachal Pradesh State Assemblies? So that is 57th Amendment. Question number 49. What is fiscal deficit? So it is a situation where the government's income and tax receipt fail to cover its expenditure. So fiscal means something that is relating to the government revenue, okay, especially taxes, and deficit means the total amount by which money spent is more than the money received, okay. So you can go through the points mentioned here. So these are some of the pointers, okay. This Financial Responsibility and Budget Management Act, okay, 2003, okay, this act is very important, so you can go through. The main objective was fiscal consolidation. And then this FRBM Act, it aimed to bring down the fiscal deficit to a specified level and then to eliminate the revenue deficit. So this was the main objective of this FRBM Act. The full form is Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act of 2003. We can go through the points mentioned here also. And then the ministry that was involved is Ministry of Finance, okay. Question number 50. Choose the indirect speech for this statement. That is, Ashish said, I went to Delhi yesterday. So Ashish said that he had gone to Delhi the previous day. So option number 3. So question number 51. The correct analogy for clean will be wash. Question number 52. Which of the following joint connects hip and shoulder with the rest of the body? So if you see the correct figure here, ball and socket joint, okay, it connects the hip and shoulder with the rest of the body. So picture speaks louder than words sometimes, so you can go to this image, so it will help you clearly understand the different type of joints and which part of the body it connects. Question number 53. Choose the correct meaning of the word strange. So it will be unusual and unexpected or difficult to understand. Question number 54. Which factor contributes to soil erosion? So soil erosion means the top layer of the soil is being lost. Okay, so that is known as soil erosion. So human activities like construction, overgrazing, and animals, rain and wind. So due to this factor, that is option number D. Okay, it contributes to soil erosion. So these are some of the factors that causes soil erosion. Okay, due to natural factors means like strong wind, climate change, rainfall and flooding, wildfires, and then soil erosion is also caused by human activities, that is deforestation for urban area expansion, and then tourism, road construction, and many more, etc. And even through some farming practices, okay, soil erosion is caused. Like the primary cause of soil erosion due to poor farm management or excessive fertilization or irrigation, conventional tillage, monocropping, overgrazing, and more. So these are some of the causes for soil erosion. And then to prevent the soil erosion, these are some of the following steps. Okay, afforestation, crop rotation, terrace farming, building dams, shelter belts. Afforestation means planting of new trees is called as afforestation. Question number 55. Among the following, who was the first American Baptist missionary to Nagaland? So it was E.W. Clark. Okay, so these are some of the points that you have to know. The first school in Nagaland, the first college in Nagaland, first university in Nagaland, first school of engineering in Nagaland, first autonomous college in the northeast or Nagaland, first American Baptist missionary to start a school in Kohima. Okay, so these are some of the points that you have to know, so you can go through the points. Question number 56. We have to see whether this sentence is error or no error. So let him knock on all the doors until he find ours. So this exclamation mark, so this is wrong. So option number A will be, because option number A has 3. Question number 57. Which of the following is the lowest place on earth? So it is Dead Sea. Okay, so if you see this figure, okay, highest altitude above mean sea level means it will be Mount Everest, but furthest from Earth center it will be Mount Chimborazo. Okay, and it is in Ecuador. And then from tallest mountain from base to peak will be Mount Mauna Kea. Okay, so these are some of the differences that you have to know about these 3 different mountains. Question number 58. Which of these measures will have negative impact on environment? So of course tillage will have the negative impact on environment. So you can go through the points here. Question number 59. Which of the following is true about Swadeshi movement? So all the above points are true for Swadeshi movement. So you have to remember the year, that is 1905. This year is important. So question number 60. Which of the following are greenhouse gases? So the correct option will be option number B, because oxygen is not the greenhouse gases. So this option automatically get cancelled. This also get cancelled. And then water vapor is the major contributor of the greenhouse gases, so option number B is the correct one. Question number 61. Which of the following Naga tribes celebrates Tsokum festival? So it's Kyamulan. Okay, so the festivals of various tribes you have to know, and then the folk dances and all you have to know. So these are the festivals of various tribes of Nagaland, so you can go through this. So you can go through all the points. Question number 62. What type of land is used to produce crops? So cultivated land is used to produce crop. Fallow land means it is a kind of agricultural land that is less fertile, okay, and then it is allowed to remain without crops at certain intervals, okay. And then fallow land is divided into 2 types, that is occupied fallow and then true fallow lands. And grazing land means the grazing land, it refers to the specific areas where livestock are allowed to feed. So if you see this image here, so this is a fallow land and this is a grazing land. Question number 63. Which of the following has come to serve as a language of Nagaland? So it's English. Which of the following ancient international port is not correctly matched? So Tamralipti, it is in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so option number D, it is not correctly matched. Which of the following is an example of invertebrate animals? So invertebrate animals are those animals which does not have a backbone. So earthworms and leeches, they do not have a backbone. And then the largest invertebrate is the colossal squid, okay? And vertebrate animals are those who have a proper skeletal structure. Examples of vertebrate animals are mammalia species, reptile groups, okay? Next question, Kulutsen is a traditional Naga dance. So it is associated with which tribe? So it is associated with the Yumkyung tribe. So traditional folk dances of Nagaland for each tribe are also important. So you can go through all this. Question number 67, select the appropriate option. So you have to change the voice. For question number 67, they drew a circle in the morning. So a circle was drawn by them in the morning, option number B. Choose from the following options which best expresses the meaning of bold and underlying idiom or phrase in the sentence. So hit the sack means to go to sleep. Select the appropriate option that correctly represents the changed voice. So the boy laughed at the beggar. So the beggar was laughed at by the boy. So option number D. Question number 17. How is Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn position with respect to equator? So with respect to equator, so this is the equator, okay? And then with respect to the equator, the Tropic of Cancer as well as the Tropic of Capricorn, both are parallel to the equator. And then this is important, okay? Tropic of Cancer, you have to know the number of states that passes. So there are 8 states, okay, in India, which the Tropic of Cancer passes, and they are Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, and Mizoram. So this is important. Question number 71. Uluru refers to, so this is the image of Uluru, okay? So it is a massive block of sandstone, stands almost in the middle of Australia. Choose from the following words the option that correctly substitutes the given words or sentence. A person who lives alone and avoids other people, so that is a recluse. Optimist is a person who is inclined to be hopeful and to expect good outcomes. Gourmet is a person who knows and enjoys good food, and cartographer is a person who makes maps. Question number 73. In which of the following districts of Nagaland is Nssb Craft village located? So now since Chumukutima is a district, so your answer will be Chumukutima. So none of these. Choose the correct indirect speech of the given sentence from the following. He said to me, do you know English? And so the correct indirect speech will be, he asked me whether I knew English. Choose from the following options the antonym. Antonym means the opposite in meaning. Synonym means the same meaning. So here we have to choose the antonym for severe. So severe means harsh, stern, or grievous. So the antonym for severe will be mild. Question number 76 to 82. Okay, so we have to read the passage and then we have to give the answer accordingly. So 76. Okay, which among the following given options does not imply the meaning of the idiom in the good book? So it does not imply, okay? So to be in good books means like to be in someone's favors, right? But we have to find the one which is the opposite of this one. So it's to annoy someone. For 77, the opposite of the word negligible will be, we have to find the opposite. So negligible will be significant. This will also be A, B, C, D. According to the writer, what do we need to set right? So the approach to work. The employees in our country are quite punctual but not duty conscious. The word assessment means, so it means evaluation. Why does the administration setup remain weak? Because like employees do not have the right example to follow and are more concerned about the being in the good books of the bosses than doing their work. 82, the word weak does not mean, so it does not mean vigorous, okay? So weak. Vigorous is the opposite of the word weak. Same question number 83 to 89, you have to read the sentence and give the answer accordingly. So according to question number 83, what does the word cease in the sentence? In spite of this, the pace and desire for economic development have never ceased. Means so never ceased. Ceased means like it came to an end, right? So option number B. 84, from the following options, which one is the opposite word of pernicious? So it means we have to find the opposite. Pernicious means something which is detrimental, okay? So the opposite will be benign. According to the given passage, which of the following is or are causing harmful effect on the environment? So both mindless consumerism and then economic growth. What has become a buzzword in the process of integrating ecology with economics? That is sustainable development. 87. What does the author mean by the phrase caused more by anthropogenic than natural phenomena in the passage? So it means the distinctive nature of the present environmental problems is caused more by environmental pollution and pollutants originating from human activity than natural phenomena. Anthropogenic means like something that is caused by human activity, okay? According to the given phrase, what has the economics emphasized on which affected the sustainable development in nature? So that's option number A, that is economics has emphasized on the role of science and technology. So which part of the speech is the word anthropogenic? So anthropogenic is an adjective. 90 to 93, same, you have to read the sentence and give the answer accordingly. So what does the word reticent? Reticent means reserved, right? So restrained. To whom does the attribute slothfulness is used in the passage? So it is used for lions. 92. Who do male lions protect their cubs from? When lionesses are busy hunting, so from hyenas. Why do male lions do not go for hunting generally? So they wish to save their strength for other things. Same, read this paragraph and then you have to give the answer accordingly. 94. Why did Cyril make drawings of athletes? Though he admired them, he lacked a fine physique himself. What did Cyril's grandmother present him with? So a fine bird eggs cabinet. What is the opposite of the word pursuit? Opposite means retreat. Until the end of the first year, Cyril retained his interest in butterflies and fossils. From the following options, which one is not similar to the meaning of the word determination? So not similar means opposite. So the opposite word of determination will be pusillanimity, okay? According to the passage, why did Cyril dissect dead birds? To overcome his horror to the operation. That is C. So all these are A, B, C, okay? Which part of the speech is the word sheer used? So it is an adjective. So this concludes paper 1. We'll go to paper 2 now. The first question of paper 2. In how many different ways can the letters of the word leading can be arranged in such a way that the vowels always come together? So in this question, you have to make sure that the vowels always come together. So firstly, you have to arrange the letters, okay? So one side should be the consonant and then the other side should be the vowels. Because in the question, they have strictly mentioned that the vowels should always come together. Now, if you consider the vowels as 1, okay, then this letter should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, then 5 letters when you consider the vowel as 1 letter. And then how many vowels are there in this word? There are 3 vowels. So 3. So we have to find the different ways in which the letters can be arranged when the vowels are always together. So factorial of 3 into factorial of 5. So if you multiply, you will get the answer 720. Question number 2. From the given options, what should come in place of the question mark in the following series? So if you observe the series, then this is B, C, D, E, F, right? The next will be F, and then C, D, E, F, the next will be G, and then E, F, G, H, I. So it will be F, G, I. Next question, which one of the following shortcut keys is used to create a new folder in the Windows operating system? Okay, so it will be Control Shift plus N. Okay, so you have to be careful because there are different shortcut keys for MS Office, also MS PowerPoint, and then MS Word, and also you have to be mindful of all the shortcut keys. And then the question is based on which shortcut keys you have to see. So in this question, they have asked for Windows operating system. So the correct answer will be option number C, that is Control plus Shift plus N. So you can go through here. You can go through all the shortcut keys. So these are some of the basic computer shortcut keys. And then these are some of the shortcut keys for MS Office. So you have to know for MS Excel, MS Word, and all, okay? Next question, a smaller triangle is having 3 sides and then another big triangle is having sides exactly but double the side of the smaller triangle. So we have to find the ratio of the smaller to the bigger in this question. So when in case of a triangle, okay, when all the sides are different, then we use Hero's formula, and this is Hero's formula, okay, where A, B, C are the sides and then S is the semi-perimeter. So for perimeter means we suppose if we are supposed to find a perimeter of a triangle, then we have to plus this side, and this side, right? But here S is the semi-perimeter, so semi means half, so half of perimeter, okay, is the S. So S is the half of perimeter. So in this question, okay, there are 2 triangles given. So this is a smaller triangle, this is the bigger triangle. The bigger triangle is twice the side of each sides of the smaller triangle. So if this is A, this will be 2A. If this is C, this will be 2C. And if this is B, this is 2B, okay? So firstly, we will find the area of the smaller triangle. So for smaller triangle, its semi-perimeter will be A plus B plus C divided by 2, right? And then for smaller triangle area, it will be this one, this formula. Now to find the semi-perimeter of the bigger triangle. So for semi-perimeter of smaller triangle, we are denoting it as S, and then for semi-perimeter of the bigger triangle, we will denote it as S dash. So put the values, that is the side are different, right? So this plus this plus this, that means 2A plus 2B plus 2C divided by 2. Now if you observe here carefully, then you can take out 2 common, right? So when you take out 2 common, then it will be bracket A plus B plus C. You have to be you don't cancel this 2 and this 2, okay? Because if you observe this part carefully, then this value is same as the semi-perimeter of the smaller triangle, right? So you can directly write it as twice S, yes or no? Now we have to find the area of bigger triangle. So to find the area of bigger triangle, we will use the same formula, that is the Heron's formula, but in place of this S, we will use S dash, and then the sides are different for the bigger triangle, right? So put all the values. In place of S dash, we can substitute it with 2S, right? So 2S you substitute, and then the sides are given as 2A, 2B, and 2C for the bigger triangle. Now if you see this one, you can take out 2 common from here, you can take out 2 common from here, you can take out 2 common from here. So if you take out 2 common from each, then you will if you multiply 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, then you will get 16. So this one here, this one here, this one, and here, okay? So square root of 16 will be 4, so you can take out 4 outside, so you can just keep it like this. Now we have to find the ratio of the smaller to the bigger. So area of smaller triangle is given by this one, okay? Yes or no? We have already found out here. And then the area of the bigger triangle is given by this. So we can cancel this and this, right? So if you cancel this and this, then you will get your answers 1 by 4. So 1:4 is the correct answer. Next question, dash is a device that uses magnetic field to read input characters. So that is MICR, okay? So you have to know the full form of MICR, that is magnetic ink character recognition. So if you see this part, okay, this is the MICR code, and then this code is mainly used by banking industry, okay, to streamline the processing and clearance of checks and other documents. So you have to know the full form of MICR. So you can go through this also. SFTP means secure file transfer protocol, okay? The full form is important when it comes to the computer portion. So this SFTP, it is the advanced version of FTP. So FTP is file transfer protocol, okay? So you know the full form. OTP means one-time password or one-time PIN, okay? And then the full form of DTP is distributed transaction processes. So you can go through this point. Next question, by dash key, you can capture screen of current desktop. So it will be print screen. Next question, 2 tailors, X and Y, are paid a total of rupees 550 per week. If X is paid 120% of the sum of the Y, then how much Y is paid per week? So here we will consider the amount that is paid to Y as Z, okay, or Z. So the sum of X plus Y is 550 per week, right? And in the question they have mentioned that X is paid 120%, so 120% of Y. So Y we are considering as Z, okay? So the value amount, so the amount that X is receiving is 120% of Z. So this is the value of X. So sum of this means X plus Y. So x is 120% of z, and then y for y we're considering as z. So 120% of z plus z, you substitute the values, okay? Percent, you can write it as 120 by 100, right? Now taking the LCM, you can solve step by step, and then you will get the answer as 250. So the amount that y is being received per week is 250. Next question. CAD stands for, so it stands for computer aided design. So next question, we have to see like how many consonants are there in the following arrangement, each of which is immediately preceded by a numerical. So if you see this Q is preceded by a numerical, and then B is preceded by a numerical, and then D is preceded by a numerical. So 3. So the correct option is option number C. Next question. Which of the following is or are video conferencing software? So all of the above are video conferencing softwares. In Excel, tiny charts placed in single cells are called as, so they are called as spark lines. So this is spark lines, okay? And it was introduced in Excel in the year 2010. The next question. Anil buys the calculator for ₹600 and sells it to Vikas at 10% profit. And then Vikas sells it to Chandan for 5% profit. Then Chandan, after using it for a certain time, sells it to Dinesh at a loss of 20%. So for how much Chandan sells the calculator to Dinesh? So the cost price, because Anil, he bought a calculator for ₹600, then the cost price of Anil will be 600. And then he sold it to Vikas at a 10% profit. So 10% of 600 will be 60, right? So the SP of Anil will be the CP for Vikas, right? So 60 plus 600 will give you 660. So this will be the CP for Vikas. And then Vikas, he sold it to Chandan for 5% profit. So 5% of 660 is 33, right? So 660 plus 33 will give you 693, and then this 693 will be the CP for Chandan. And then Chandan, he sold it to Dinesh at a loss of 20%. So 20% of 693 is 138.6. Okay, so you subtract from the cost price, that is 693, so you will get 554.4. So this is the amount, okay, that Chandan, he sold it to Dinesh. Next question. Which of this key combination in Windows operating system is used as a shortcut for print? So Control plus P. Complete the given below series from the following options. So if you see the series carefully, the correct option will be option number A, that is P2QU, because RST here will be U, PPP, everything is P. Okay, so you can just follow up with the letters one by one and you'll get the answer. Question number 15. You have to see the signs, okay? So in this type of questions, you directly start solving with the given options, okay? So interchange and see which one gives both 13 and 13. That will be the correct option. In this case, option number D gives both left hand side equal to right hand side, okay? Our next question. How long will a boy take to run around a square field of side 35 meters if he runs at a rate of 9 km per hour? So in this question, the options is given in second, right? And then this speed is given in kilometer per hour. So firstly, you have to convert a unit. Units are very important. So to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, okay, we will multiply it with 5 by 18. So you have to be careful with the unit firstly. And then this is a common formula. Distance is equal to speed into time. So this formula is very important. So you put the values, okay, and then you will get the answer. And then they have mentioned that it is a square field, right? So square has 4 sides, okay, and then one side is 35 meters. So that's why we're multiplying it with 4, okay. So put the values and then you can solve and you'll get 56 seconds. Next question, number 17. Arrange the given words in alphabetical order. So you have to solve it. You have to arrange this in alphabetical order. So you can do this one. How many 7s are present in the following sequence of numbers which are both preceded and followed by a perfect square number? So that means this 7, we have to see whether this 7 is preceded and followed by a perfect square number or not. So this 9 is a perfect square number, but 3 is not, so this is wrong. Okay, this is correct. And then this is correct because 1 into 1 is 1, right? And then 2 into 2 is 4. And then this also is correct. And then this is correct. This 9, 3 into 3 is 9, and then 7. And 1 into 1 is 1. So there are 4 7s. Next question. So in this, we have to find which one is the same as this in the question. So directly just after point, how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you just see after points if there are 8 digits in this option or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no, this is more than this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, this is also more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is correct because after point there are 8 digits. Similarly, in the question also there are 8 digits. So you don't have to waste your time multiplying, okay? Next question. So a man has rupees 480 in a denomination of 1 rupee note, 5 rupee note, and 10 rupee note. So we have to find the number of notes of each denomination, okay? So in this question, the number of notes of each denomination is equal. So what is the total number of notes that he has? So firstly, we will consider that the number of denomination of notes as x. Okay, so 1 rupee note will be 1 into x, 5 rupee note will be 5 into x, because we don't know the number of denominations, right? And then for 10 rupee note, it will be 10x. So as per the question, the total amount the man has is rupees 480, right? So this 480 you will get only when you add all these three, right? So 1x plus 5x plus 10x. So if you solve, you'll get the value of x, that is 30. So in the question, they've mentioned that the number of notes of each denomination is equal. So 30 plus 30 plus 30 will give you 90. So he has total number of notes is 90. Next question. The full form of ASCII is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. In order to check spelling of a text in Microsoft PowerPoint, okay, so we use F7. Next question. Which of this binary representation represents an odd number? So simply, like when the last number is 1, okay, it will be an odd number. So here option number C, and then when the last number is 0, it will be an even number. So what does the letter B stands for in the full form of BIOS? So BIOS means basic input output system, right? So they are asking for B. So this is basic. Next question. Ankush Bali Colonel subscribe rupees 50,000 for a business. Ankush subscribers rupees 4,000 more than Bali, and Bali rupees 5,000 more than Colonel. So out of the total profit, okay, that is 35,000, Ankush received. So firstly, we have to find the amount, okay, how much each person has. So we will consider that the amount that is subscribed by Colonel as X. And then in the question that they have mentioned that Bali has subscribed 5,000 more than Colonel. So if the value of Colonel is X, okay, we're considering as X, then the Bali's amount will be X plus 5,000, right? And then for Ankush, he subscribed 4,000 more than Bali. So for Bali, we're considering as X plus 5,000, right? Then for Ankush, it will be X plus 5,000 plus 4,000 because he's contributing 4,000 more again. So for Ankush, it will be X plus 5,000 plus 4,000. So if you add this one, you will get X plus 9,000. So these are the amounts of Ankush, Bali, and Colonel. So now we have to find the value of X. Now the total subscription is 50,000, right? So Ankush plus Bali plus Colonel. Okay, so you just put the values and after that you get the value of X. Now after finding the value of X, we will know how much each subscribe. So just put the value of X, we will get the subscription of Ankush, Bali, and Colonel. Now we have to find the ratio of the subscription, that is this and this, right? The ratio of the subscription, okay, simplify the ratio, so it will be 12, 17, and 21. So if we add this all numbers, then you will get it as 50, right? Now we have to find, the question is specifically asking for Ankush, right? So Ankush profit. So out of 35,000, the question is asking how much Ankush received. So for Ankush share of profit, okay, that will be, for Ankush is 21, right? So 21 out of total is 50 into 3500. Okay, this amount, if you solve, then you will get the profit that Ankush got. So that is 14700. Next question, the resolution of the printer is measured to print the image. So it is measured in DPI, that it's dots per inch. Okay, DPI full form is dot per inch. Next question, 0.333 can be expressed in the form of rational number, that is P by Q as. So the correct option will be option number B. So these are some of the standard numbers, okay, standard fractions. You can just memorize, but with practice you'll be able to know the numbers. Next question, shortcut for opening help in Microsoft PowerPoint is F1. Next question, so the data are given. So in this question, if the same percentage increase in the number of heavy vehicle as per 1994 over 1993 is expected in 1995, then we have to find out how many vehicles will be sold in 1995. So the percentage increase, that is from 1993 to 1994 to 1995. So this percentage increase is same, okay, this is same with this. So firstly we have to find the increase in percentage for 1993 and 1994. So to find the percentage increase for heavy vehicles in 1993, from 81, okay, it increased to 107. To find the increased percentage, it will be 107 minus 81 divided by 81 into 100, so we will get 32%. Now this 32% is the same amount that has been increased in the year from 1994 to 1995. So 32%. So 32% of 107 will give you 34.24, right? So this plus this will give you 141.24. So the correct option would be option number A. Next question, USB is the acronym for which of the following, that is Universal Serial Bus. So each page of a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation is called a slide. Next question, at a moment, a shadow's length of a shaft is √3 times the stature of the shaft. So the edge of the rise of the sun is. So we have to find the value of theta in this question. So this is the figure here. So we're considering A, B, C as the point, and then the shadow is given as √3 times the stature. So if we're considering this as x, okay, then this will be √3 times, means it will be √3 by x. So now if you see this one, then we know that tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base. So perpendicular is AB and then the base is BC. So tan theta is AB by BC. So AB we're considering it as x, and then for BC it is √3 by x. So if x can be cancelled, then you will get 1 by √3. Now this 1 by √3, so this 1 by √3, tan, we know that tan 30 degree is 1 by √3, right? So instead of this 1 by √3, we will write it as tan 30 degree. So tan can be cancelled, then you will get the value of theta, that is 30 degree. This question we have to find the differentiation if the value of y is given as this. So we will use 3 formulas here. So these are the formulas, okay? You have to know these formulas to solve this question. So the value dy by dx we have to find out. So the value of y is given as this one. So put the value. So 2 is constant, right? So we can take out 2. So we'll write 2 and then we will write the values. Now if you see this one, this part carefully, then d by dx. Suppose just see that this one is x, okay? So this is similar to this one, right? So that means differentiation of this one will give you cos x, right? Differentiation of sin x will give you cos x. So differentiation of this one will give you as cos x. So x value is 3 cos 4x, right? So you can take out. Now this remains, this part remains, right? Now we have to do a differentiation again. So 3 you can take it out because it is a constant. Now after taking it out, then if you see this part carefully and then if you compare it with this one, so differentiation of cos x will give you minus x, right? So differentiation of this one will give you as minus sine 4x. Now 4x remains. Now you will differentiate again. 4 you can take it out because it is constant, and then we know that dx by dx will give you 1. Now you can multiply the term. So 6 into 4 will give you 24. Okay, so this minus you can take it out and put here. Then sine 4x, and then cos 4x, that is 3 cos 4x. So you put the values and then you get the answer. So this formula is important. Okay, so if you didn't understand it now, you try to watch this video again and then you practice again. The more you practice, the better you become. Next question, printed copy is called as hard copy. So dash is a special temporary location in CPU, so that is register. Okay, this motherboard is also called a system board, and then this motherboard, it connects all the external and internal hardware. And then this CMOS battery, the full form of CMOS is complementary metal oxide semiconductor. Okay, and it is a battery powered chip, and it is widely used in production of integrated circuits. Next question, in the MAC address of a computer, MAC is an acronym for Media Access Control. Dash shortcut key in MS Paint is used to show the image properties, so that is Control plus E. So shortcut key of MS Paint, MS Excel, and MS Word are important. A donut chart in Excel is similar to a pie chart. Next question, on lending a certain sum of money on compound interest, one gets rupees 9,050 in 2 years and rupees 9,500 in 3 years. So we have to find the rate of interest. So to find the rate of interest, there are two methods. Okay, you can directly find the rate of interest by this formula, that is the final value and then the initial value. So this is the final value, the initial value divided by the initial value, you will get the rate of interest, that is 4.9, which is similar to 5%. Or you can use this formula. Next question. So in this question, we have to find the total central angle for iced tea and cold drink. So that is, we have to find the total central angle for this and this. So firstly, we have to find the number of people. So the total number of people is given, okay, and then the percentage is given, like how many people like this one. So people liking iced tea is 6%, so 6% of 400 will give you 24, and then people liking cold drink is 2%, so 2% of 400 will give you 8. Now we have to find the central angle. So to find the central angle, that is the number of people that like iced tea divided by the total number of people into 360. So this 360, because we know that the value of this one whole circle is 360, right? So that's why we're using this value, okay, this 360. Now after putting the values and you calculate, you will get is 21.6 degree. And then similarly for cold drink, same process. To only this should be 8. So 8% like cold drinks, right? So 8% they like cold drinks. So you find the angle, so you will get 7.2 degree. Now you have to find the central angles of iced tea and cold drink. So you just plus the angles, then you will get 28.8. Next question. So in a factory, there are 40% technicians, and then 60% are non-technician, and then 60% of the technicians and 40% of the technicians are permanent employees. So we have to find the percentage of workers who are temporary. So here we will consider that the total number of workers as 100. Okay, 100. So the technicians is 40%, right? So 40, and then the non-technicians, that is 60. It is given in the question. So we have to find the permanent technicians. So 40 by 60, 40 into 60, okay, divided by 100, because we have to find the permanent technicians, and then the permanent technicians is 60%. And then we have to find the permanent non-technicians. So that means 60% are non-technician, right? And then and then 40% of the non-technicians are permanent employees. So 60 into 40 divided by 100. So both you will get 24. Now if you add this one, so this will give you the total number of permanent workers, right? So 48 is the permanent workers. So from 100, if you subtract 48, then the remaining will be temporary workers, right? So 100 minus 40 will give you 52. So 52% is the correct answer for this question. Next question, we have to find a number that will replace the question mark here. So firstly, the square root of 19.36 is 4.4. After that, you transpose this value. This 4.4, if you stand it this side, then it will become minus, right? Because when you transpose the numbers, plus will become minus, minus will become plus, multiplication will become division, and division will become multiplication, right? So here 4.4 is plus, right? So if you send in the other side, then it will become minus. Now subtract, you will get it as 5. Now to remove this root over, we will square on both sides. So if you square on both sides, this will become 25. 5 square will be 25. Then this will get removed, right? Now this 9, if you send here, this will become minus 9. Then 25 minus 9 will give you 16. Now this square, if you send this one, will become root over, right? So root over 16 is 4. So the value of x is 4. In question number 43, David gets on the elevator at 11th floor of a building, and then he rides up at the rate of 57 floors per minute. And at the same time, Albert gets on an elevator at 51st floor of the same building, and then he rides down at 63 floors per minute. Now, if they continue traveling at this rate, then at which floor they will cross the path? So David is going up, and then Albert is coming down, right? So they will meet at a certain floor, right? So we have to find out in which floor will they meet. So we will consider the time, okay, in minutes in which they cross their path as x. So in the question, so if you consider the time as x, so for David, after x minute, okay, the position of David will be 11th floor plus 57x, right? Because 11th floor is given, and then at the rate of 57 floor per minute. So we don't know the value of x, we will write it as 57x. And similarly for Albert, okay, since David is going upside, so it will become plus, and then since Albert is coming from top floor to bottom floor, so the numbers are decreasing, yes or no? So that means we will subtract in case of Albert. So in Albert case, he gets on an elevator of 51, okay, 51st, and then he's coming down at the rate of 63 floors per minute. So we have to find the value of x. Now at the point where they meet, both this value and this value will be equal, right? So that's what we're writing here. Now after writing this value, okay, this equation is important. After writing this value, then we will put the value of x in one side and then the numbers in one side. So 51 minus 11 will give you 47. 57x plus 63x will give you 120. 120, if you send this side, will become division. So the value of x is 1/3 minutes. In this question, you have to find this common floor, right? So if you put the value of x in David's position, the value of x is 1/3. So if you put the value of x in David's position, so 11th floor plus 57 into 1/3. So 57 into 1/3 will give you 19. Okay, so in the 30th floor, both David and Albert will cross path. Next question, the average age of 30 girls in a parlor is 15 years. If we include the age of 2 boys, the average increases by 1. So we have to find the sum of ages of 2 boys. So here we have to find the sum of ages of the 2 boys. So the average of 30 girls is given as 15 years. So to find the total age of the girls, it would be 30 into 15, right? So that would be 450 years. So if you add all the years of this 30 girls, then the total years is 450 girls. And then when you add 2 boys, okay, the average age increases by 15. So when you add 2 boys, that means this 30 plus 2 will be 32 individuals. 32 individuals, if you do the average, then you will get 1 extra. So 15 plus 1 will give you 16, right? So you will get this 16 years, the average. So when you add 2 boys in the 30 girls, the average will be 16 years. Now we have to find the total age of this 32 individuals, right? So that means 32 into 16 will give you 512 years. Now to find the boy's age, okay, we have to subtract from the total age to the total age of girl. So if you subtract, then you will get the age of the boys, that is 62 years. So the boy's age, the sum of the two boys' age is 62 years, because total age is what? Boys plus girls, right? So to find the boy's age, we will subtract the total age minus the girl's age, then you will get the boy's age, right? So similarly in this question, we do it like this. Next question, this is an example. So these numbers are example of IP address. So in this question, we have to find the total sales of branch B6 for both the years is what percent of the total sales of branch B3 for both the years. So the total sales of B6 is equal to what percent? It means X percent of total sales of B3. So if you see the graph here, the total sales of B6 is how much? 70 plus 80, right? So 70 plus 80, and then they're asking what percent. So what percent we're asking? So we don't know that what percent, so we're considering this as X, what percent of total sales of B3. So X percent of total sales of B3 is, for B3 is 95 plus 110. So you will get this equation. So now if you solve this one, this 95 plus 100, if you send it this one, then it will become division, right? So that's how we are getting this one. X percent means X by 100, right? So 100, if you send this side, division becomes multiplication. So that's how we are getting this one. So you substitute, so you solve these values, and then you will get the answer 73.17%. Next question, a dog takes 3 leaps for every 5 leaps of hair. If 1 leap of the dog is equal to 3 leaps of the hair, then the ratio of the speed of the dog to that of the hair. So the speed of dog to that of the hair, we have to find the ratio. So in the question, it is given that dog takes 3 leaps, okay, for every 5 leaps of hair. So we have to find the ratio of the speed. So speed of dog to speed of hair. So speed of dog is given as 3, right? And then speed of hair is given as 5. So we have to make it equivalent. So we know that in the question they have given that 1 leap of dog is equal to 3 leaps of hair. So that's where we're multiplying it with 3. Okay. So 3 into 3, 9. So 9 is the 5 is the correct answer. Next question, what does the letter I stands for in the full form of GUI? So GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. So I stands for interface. So these are some of the abbreviations of computer. So you can go through this one. Next question, 6 points are marked on a straight line and 5 points are marked on another line which is parallel to the first line. How many straight lines including the first 2 can be formed with this point? So in one line there are 6 points and the other line there are 5 points. So the total number of lines will be the total number of points will be 11, right? And then to make a straight line we need 2 points. So this is from permutation combination. So you have to know the concept. So there are 11 points and then we need 2 points, right, to make a straight line. So 11C2. So from these 6 lines, okay, there will be a time, okay, when we have already used the points, okay, to make the straight lines. That's why we're subtracting from this 6C2. And then similarly for in this case, there will be a time, okay, when we have already used the points to make the straight line. So 5C2. In the question they have already mentioned that including the first 2 lines, okay, that means this line and this line, so that is 1 plus 1. So now after solving you will get the answer as 32. Next question, which of the following given words can be formed by the letters coimbrators? So prep can be formed. The complete syntax for time function in MS Excel is hour, minute and second, okay, there is no day. Dash is used to manage emails, so MS Outlook. Next question, in a certain code flower is written as this, so we have to find out how precious is written as. So if you see the letters. Okay, flowers is written as EKNVTQR. So if you see the pattern, okay, then you will see that just before F, E comes, right? And just before L, K comes. And just before O, N comes. So just it is in the preceded format, right? So similarly for precious, it will be the preceded format for precious also. So just before P, O comes, just before R, Q comes, just before E, D comes, and so on. Okay. Next question. The illegal distribution, copying, and use of licensed software is called as piracy. Okay. Now you have to find the different one, that is odd one out. So if you observe the pattern carefully, okay, the first number and then the last number gives you the middle number. That means if you add the first number and the last number, you will get the middle number. So except in option number D, okay, you're getting a different number. So that's why this is the odd one out. Question number 56. Okay, the correct option for question number 56 will be C, that is the star C. Next question. The simple interest on a certain sum of money for 2.5 years is this 40 less than the simple interest on the same for 3.5 years at 10% per annum. So the formula for simple interest is this one, P into R into T divided by 100, right? So the simple interest for this part is 40 less, means you will subtract the 40 from this second part because it is less, right? The simple interest that you have obtained from 2.5 years is less than the simple interest that you have obtained from 3.5 years. So this is the 2.5 years part, this is the 3.5 years part. Now putting all the values, okay, in this question you have to find the sum, that means the principal. So rate is given, time is given, just put the values and you will get the value of P, that is 800. Next question, which of this is a web browser provided by Apple? So Apple provided Safari. So you can go through these points mentioned here. Next question, if truck is called a bus and then bus is called a tractor, tractor is called a car is called a scooter is called a bicycle is called glider. So what is used to plow a field? So we know that to plow a field we use a tractor, right? And then according to this question, tractor is called a car. So your correct option will be car. Next question, 160. The average of 7 numbers is 80. The average of first 3 numbers is 30. And then the average of the last 3 numbers is 40. So we have the remaining numbers. So we have to find the middle term in this question. So the average of 7 numbers is 80. So that means the sum of all the 7 numbers is 7 into 80 will give you 560. Similarly, the average of the first 3 numbers is 30. So the sum of the first 3 numbers is 3 into 30 will give you 90. Similarly, the average of the last 3 numbers is given as 40. So the sum of the last 3 numbers will be 40 into 3 will give you this one. So there are 7 numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first 3 average is given. The last 3 average is given. So we just have to find a 1 number. So to find this number, from the total number, you have to subtract this and this, right? So that's what we're doing here in this question. So the middle term is 350. Next question, the difference between 2-digit number and the number that is obtained by interchanging the positions of a digit is 36. So we have to find the difference between the 2 digits of that number. So in this question, okay, the unit place digit will be x, right? And then the tens place digit will consider it as 10y. So if we add the sum, it will be x plus 10y. Now if we interchange the position, that means the units digit will be y and then the 10th place digit will be 10x, right? Now if we add the number, then it will be y plus 10x. Now as per this question, okay, the difference of the 2-digit number and the number that is obtained by interchanging the positions of the digit is 36. So as per the question, okay, when you subtract this and this, okay, then you will get 36. Now open the bracket. This minus will be minus, minus, plus, minus. Okay, that's how we're getting this minus. When you open the bracket, you also multiply the signs, right? Now x minus 10x will give you minus 9x. 10y minus 1 will give you 9y. Now you can take out 9 common, then you will get y minus x. Now if you send this 9 this side, then it will become divide, right? Now 36 divided by 9 will give you 4, so the difference is 4. So that's your answer. Next question, choose the correct word from the following given options. So exercise, question mark, eating, we eat in a restaurant, so we do exercise in a gym, right? So option number B. Next question, in Microsoft PowerPoint slide, dash are the visual movements of one slide changes to another, so that is transition. DPI is an acronym for dots per inch. The exact location of a file on the disk is known as a path, okay? Not a folder, not a file, it's known as path. Which of the following is not a valid MS Office extension? So PPTL is not a valid extension for MS Office. Next question, if A is equal to 2, pen is equal to 38, then student will be how much? So A is equal to 2, that means B will be equal to 3, C will be equal to 4, D will be equal to 5, okay? It's going on. So the sum, P will be equal to 17, E will be equal to 6, and then N will be equal to 15. So if you add all the sums, then you're getting 38, right? So this will satisfy the condition to find out the value of student. Similarly, for student, if you put the values, you will get the answers 110. Laser printer is a dash printer. So laser printer is non-impact printer. So printers are classified into impact printer and non-impact printer, right? And under impact printer, there is daisy wheel printer, drum printer, and dot matrix. And then under non-impact printer, there is inkjet or jet printer and laser printer. ODBC stands for Open Database Connectivity. Next question, 8 bits is equal to 1 byte, and then we know that 1 nibble is equal to 4 bits or half a byte. So you can go through this table. Next question, convert this into decimal notation. So to convert this into decimal notation, first put the values 1 0 1 1 1 0. Now from downside you come, so if this is 1, okay, the next will be double of this number. So double of 1 is 2, double of 2 is 4, double of 4 is 8, double of 8 is 16, double of 16 is 32. Now after that you will add only the numbers, okay, of this. Where there is 1, you will add only those values. 0 you won't add. So 32 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 will give you 46. So that's how you get 46. Next question, images are basically a collection of spots, each which is known as pixel. A computer hexadecimal number system consists of 16 digits. Next question, a software patch, okay, it is a software patch is a quick repair job for a piece of programming designed to resolve functionality issues, improve security, or add new features. Next question, which of the following options is the shortcut for opening a file through a location dialog box in Microsoft Word? So that is Ctrl+O. Which of the following are the popular Linux distros? So all of this. SQL is related to the database. Dash is known as read or write memory, so RAM. ROM is only for read. Okay, RAM is both for read and write memory. Next question, 3 out of the 4 words given below belong to the same category, so we have to find an odd one out. So joule, watt, and kilometer are all SI unit. Current is not an SI unit. Next question, a wire in the form of a circle of radius 3.5 centimeter is bent in the form of rectangle. So this is a wire, okay, in the form of a circle that is 3.5 centimeters. So this wire is now bent in the form of a rectangle whose length and breadth is in the ratio of 6x and 5x. So we have to find the area of rectangle. So to find the area of rectangle, we have to find the length and breadth, right? So if you see this one from the same wire, okay, you have made a rectangle. So that means this circumference of this circle will be equal to the perimeter of this rectangle, yes or no? That's what we have written here. So circumference of a circle formula is 2 pi r. Radius is given 3.5, and then perimeter of rectangle formula is 2 bracket L plus B. So L we are considering as 6x because they have given in the ratio format. Okay, so we have to find the value of x, and then breadth 5x. So if you solve, you will get the value of x as 1. So the value of length will be 6 into x will be how much? 6 into 1 will give you 6 centimeter. Breadth will be 5x. That is 5 into 1 will give you 5 centimeter. So the length is 6 centimeter and then the breadth is 5 centimeter. So to find the area of a rectangle is length into breadth. So 6 into 5 will give you 30 centimeters square. Same question as before, you have to convert this binary number to decimal. Write down the values 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. So you come from the bottom part. So 1, double of 1 is 2, double of 2 is 4, 8, 16, 32. Now you will add only the numbers which has 1. So 32 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1 will give you 43. Next, we have to find the approximate value. So in case of approximate value, okay, just ignore the points. So if this point is, this 15.01 is similar to 15, right? And then this 81.009 is similar to 81 into 32. Now this is how you solve, because they are asking the approximate value. Now 15 square will give you 2 to 5. Root of 81 is 9 into 32. So you will get 513. Next question. In C, statements are terminated by a semicolon. Next question. The angles of elevation of the tops of two vertical towers seen from the middle point. So if you see from this middle point, okay, the elevation of two towers, okay, at 45 degree and then 60 degree, okay, we have to find the ratio of the longest, that means from AB to CD. We have to find the ratio of AB to ED. So firstly, we have to find the value of this, and then this, and then this distance is equal. This distance is equal to this one. BC is equal to CD. Why? Because the angles of elevation is seen from the middle point of the line joining the foot of the tower. Okay, now we're considering this one as ABC and then this one as CDE. Now, firstly, we'll consider for this, because this is a right angle triangle. So for right angle triangle, tan 60 is AB by BC, right? And then the value of tan 60 is root 3. Now, if you send root 3 this side, then it will become division, right? So the value of BC will be AB by root 3. So this is equation 1. Why we're taking is BC? Because we have to equate later, because BC is equal to CD, okay? Similarly, for the right triangle CDE, this one. So tan 45 will be equal to ED by CD. So the value of tan 45 is 1. So here CD will be equal to ED, right? Now, as per the question, since it is observed from the middle point, that is BC is equal to CD. So as per the question, CD is equal to BC. So the value of BC is this one. So just put the values, and the value of CD is equal to ED. So after putting the values, then you will get AB by ED equal to root 3 by 1, right? So that is from the longest height is AB, and then the shortest height is ED, right? So the answer will be root 3 by 1. Next question. Which of these key combination in Windows operating system is used as a shortcut for save? So that is Control plus S. Next question. Applied to a bill for 50,000, find the difference between the discount of 25% to that of the successive discount of 20% and 10%. So to find the successive discount, okay, this formula is important. That is X plus Y minus XY divided by 100. So this formula is important. So to find the successive discount for any given values, okay, this formula is important. So the successive discount, firstly we find the successive discount. So to find the successive discount, X plus Y is 20 plus 10. Put the values and you will get the answer is 28%. So we have to find the difference in discount. So difference of 28% and 25% is 3%, right? So 3% of 50,000 will give you 1,500. in database. Okay, columns are also called as tuples or records, and then columns are also called as fields and attributes. Next question. Sunita is fatter than Sujata. Sujata is fatter than Saksham, and then Suman is thinner than Saksham. So who is the thinnest one? So Suman is the thinnest one in this question. Next, you have to find the question mark, okay, in the following series. So if you see, so if you subtract 80 minus 64 will give you 16, okay, and then 64 minus 48 will give you 16. 48 minus 32 will also give you 16. So 32 minus 16 will give you this number. So that is 16. Next, which of this is a web browser provided by Google? So that is Chrome. Pointing to a photograph of a boy, Sahil said he is the only son of my mother. So how is Sahil related to that boy? So in this type of question, first write the statement. That is, he is the only son of my mother. So wherever there is of, okay, so you mark that one. So you break the sentence wherever there is of. So he is the son slash the only son slash. Now you come from the backside. My mother. My mother, whose mother? Sahil's mother, right? So Sahil is talking about his mother. So my mother. So this is Sahil's mother. My mother's only son. My mother's only son means that is Sahil, right? And then he is the son of the only son. That means they are talking about Sahil's son. So how is Sahil related to that boy? So Sahil is the father, right? According to this question. Next, following data are given. So we have to find the percentage increase in the participation of boys in school B in 2004 over those in 2001. So in 2004, that is this one, for 2000, so we have to find for 2004 and 2001, that is for this and this, we have to find the percentage increase. So to find the percentage increase, that is 480 minus, that is the final value minus the initial value divided by the initial value. That is 480 minus 280 divided by 280 into 100 will give you 71.42%. Next question, the mark price on an item is given as 2000, but the shopkeeper offered a double discount of 20% and 15%. So how much did you finally sell the item for? So again, successive discounts, right? So the successive discounts formula is x plus y minus xy by 100. So first find the successive discount. So after finding the successive discount, 32%, okay, so we have to find the selling price here. So to find the selling price, okay, out of 100, if discount is 32%, then 32% is off, right? Then 100 minus 32 will give you 68, right? So 68% of 2000 will be how much? 1360. So that is the selling price. Next question, 6 friends are seated on a round table facing inside. That means they're facing this side, okay? So now F is between A and D. So suppose they are facing like this. So there are 6 friends. So F is between A and D. So suppose this is A and D, and then F is between. And then C is between E and B. That means C is between E and B. Now, next is E is not between C and D. So E is not between C and D. So that means this is correct. This is the correct position of E. Then we have to find out who is between A and C. So between A and C, E is between A and C. That's why correct option will be option number A. Next question. You have to read the statement and then you have to select the correct assumption. So if it is easy to become a doctor, I don't want to be a doctor. So the assumption is only 2 follows, okay? Next question, you have to arrange the letters. Next question, dash have .mpg extension, so that is video. Which of the following is a device that send and receive data over telephonic lines? So when you see telephonic lines, the answer will be modem, okay? Next question, the data is given. So we have to find the amount of profit earned by company A in 1997. So the expenditure of company B is given, that is 50 lakh. Okay, in the year 1997, the expenditure is 50 lakh. So the income of B in 1997 is, so this is the income that is given here. So for B in the year 1997 is 55 lakh, right, according to this graph. So 55 lakh, and then the expenditure is given as 50 lakh. So to find the profit percent, that is income minus expenditure divided by expenditure into 100 will give you the profit percent. So in this question, the profit percent comes 10%. Okay, here it is mentioned that the profit earned both by companies A and B is equal in the year 1997. So similarly, for the profit for company A will also be similar to company B, right? So that means the profit percent for A will also be 10% because the profit percent for company B is 10%. Now we firstly have to find the expenditure, because we know that to find the profit, that is income minus expenditure, will give you the profit percent, the profit, right? That's why income is given here, so we can find the income from this one, but we don't know the expenditure of company A. So to find the expenditure of company A, it will be 60 divided by profit is 10%, right? So 1.1 will give you this 54.5 lakh. So that is the expenditure of company A. Now to find the amount, that is income of A is, so in the year 1997, the income of A is 60 lakh, that is given in the question. So 60 minus expenditure will give you 5.5 lakh. Next question, in Microsoft PowerPoint, themes could be found under, so themes could be found in the design tab. Okay. If you find this video solution helpful, then kindly subscribe and also like this video, and then you can share it to your friends also. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.